I see a few of you are coming in. Hold on, I'm gonna get the camera situated here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream right now. The camera is not sitting well in my car, and I don't even really have any idea where I am. But I wanted to do a fun little live stream today from the road on the way back. I also got some behind the scenes action for the 539 video that I just now filmed. Well, actually, I just filmed several of them, and now I'm on my way back home. I'm gonna head back to the command center and then get all this edited. Probably got about 6 or 7 episodes waiting to be edited right now. But really cool area of the country, so I wanted to do a little bit of live streaming. If I can do the live streaming and find my way home. What's up, Jen? I don't know how often I'm going to be able to read the chat, so anybody that's writing messages, I will try and hit them try to get to them, but it kind of just pops up real quick and then disappears on me, so I'm not 100% positive. You can see it's an amazing sunset. Well, not sunset yet, but it's going to be an amazing sunset here. But I've got to get turned around because I'm going the opposite direction of what I need to actually go right now. Getting lost is pretty much the name of my game. But I'm back from anywhere. There's some cows over there. Oh, I turned the phone too quickly. This would be a great spot for Bigfoot. 'Cause I actually just got done filming at an actual ghost town, so maybe if there was a place for Bigfoot to live, it would be in the ghost town. Oh yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. And one of the few places I can actually safely do this. I'm pretty much the only person on the road. I could just get out and lay down if I wanted to. Yeah, it still looks overblown on the iPhone whenever I do it like this with the sun directly in my face, so I apologize, but yeah, I should be on the road here for another hour and a half or so. I don't even know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to try and stream for a little bit while I'm on the road. I can't promise I'm going to stream the entire way, but I'm sure going to try. And there's like a fire on the side of the road. Hold on, we're coming up on it. Apparently a farmer is burning something. That doesn't seem safe to be burning something like that unattended. Actually, on the other side, how well, I can't really see past the rail, but that's actually the river where I did, well, actually the tributary to this river leads to the waterfall that I did in the winter that was completely frozen, and I went back there today and got some video of it while it was unfrozen, and it was really incredible. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do it this way. I wasn't intending to kind of handheld hold it the entire way, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and trying my best just to pay attention to the road and every once in a while glance at the phone. But yeah, I couldn't find a good way to mount it, and my phone mount in the car recently broke, so I need to pick up a new one. If I find one on the way home, maybe I'll actually pick it up, but I don't know if I'm going to stop or not before I get back to the command center. Yes, they do. However, most of the time that I have been watching farmers do burning, they're usually out there attending it. I've never seen them just kind of leave it out in the middle of nowhere. If you can see the guy behind me. We have a friend joining our live stream in a truck behind us. That's a very good point. There are lots of deer around here. However, I'm kind of entering this really small town right now, so I don't really know how many deer I'm going to see in here. Although you do see it. From time to time, the deer do make their way into places like this, and then like finds food scraps in like dumpsters and stuff. House over here. I would say that it's abandoned, but it definitely had electricity running to it. And people around here just kind of use that stuff like garages. It's specifically because of streaming on the road. There's nothing I can do about visuals. I was hoping that the tripod would be small enough to just kind of put it in the dash, but it's actually way too tall, even though it's one of the smallest little Manfrotto tripods that you can get. Quite sure where I'm at the moment. Somewhere in the middle of central Indiana. Trying to find my way back to the highway, but I'm just gonna try to find it by just taking these back roads until I run into it, which shouldn't be really that hard. I know it's a little bit shaky, I apologize, but again, I was intending to do a little bit better of a job than this until I realized that my phone mount was broken. But as I was saying, some amazing episodes coming up. I did the ghost town today. Quite an amazing ghost town too. You don't really see many like this. I've actually been there once before, but I wasn't able to get a really good video there. If you go back to a lot of my videos, I believe it's in about September of 2017 on 539 Productions that I did a short little episode on this place. And even though I didn't get much, didn't get many great. Are we back? I think I'm back now. I kind of cut out there for a second. But unfortunately, the cellular signal in this area is not the best. So I don't know exactly how great the live stream's going to be, but I'm going to try and make it the best it can possibly be while doing it like this. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate those of you who are joining. I know that, again, the quality is not the best that it can be, but when we do live streams in the future, I'm going to be mounting it to the car and doing it that way so that it's a lot more stable. Hey, Cindy. And I don't know if you can actually tell, but my GoPro's strapped up on the outside of the car right now as well. I don't know why this dude's pulling over here. Well, that was in. I hope I'm not immense. I am trying to pay attention to them when I can. How road closed in 500 feet. To what? Apparently I may have to, oh yeah, wow. Okay, good, there's another road. Well, this is what happens sometimes when you're on your way home. You run into a completely closed road. I wonder if it's a bridge that's out. Alright. I'm going to remember this and mark it on the map. Maybe it's something cool and abandoned that we can come back sometime and do. Oh, wow. I don't know where I'm going. I can't even believe that it's still getting signal right here. Okay. I think I see the road I have to be on. Well, here's the deal. I do have GPS. I am currently using the phone, and my other backup GPS is actually dead. However, I really don't need it. To be honest, I mean, especially out here in the flat kind of Midwestern area, it's not as bad as like when you're in the mountains or something. So I really don't have that hard of a time finding my way back home even without a GPS. So I'm probably not going to use it. Hello, Lynn. Good to have you here. It's actually kind of nice, this angle, because I can kind of see it out of the corner of my eye when the messages pop up, so I don't have to be dangerous and stare at the screen or miss your messages, which is nice. However, I think I need to slow down a little bit. Right now I'm headed back to the command center, and I'm going to edit this, edit the videos that I filmed today at the ghost town and the waterfall. Pretty crazy day out. Yeah, I'm sure that it's going to be a little bit blurry just because of the motion. I'm not sure exactly where I am. I don't know about Silver Lake. Hi, Susan. Trying to catch most of your messages. I think I've caught a lot of them. I actually don't really give away the largest city near me just because of problems I've had in the past with people trying to come see me. Hi, Jan. Yeah, it's surprising the amount of people that will try to find your personal information, or they'll try and ask you to show up at your house, or different things, as I said on the last stream. And so I've really just been not giving away exact details anymore. I may in the future, but probably when we upgrade the command center and make a little bit more accessible of a location, and maybe in a different place, something maybe with a little bit of security. I don't know, we'll see here. But yeah, it's surprising. Oh, not you, Jennifer. I'm not saying that you're being creepy, but I just don't do it in general to anybody anymore just because of that. And not only me, but my friends have had some issues as well. And so I don't broadcast it if I don't have to. But I'm also not doing the biggest job of keeping it secret either. So if you really wanted to find out, you can probably look at some of the stuff around me and find out exactly where I am. Yeah, there's definitely some crazy people out there. And that's the sad part, because even if I answer some of your questions and you guys aren't being that way, it can give that information to the wrong person and end up putting it in the hands of somebody that that would misuse it. Yeah, and if I eventually give out my address, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be getting a P.O. box. I would love to get, excuse me, I would love to actually get a P.O. box here soon. Oh, that might have been why it was blurry. Whenever I show the shot like this, it actually focuses on the dash. But, yeah, so don't ever take it personally when I say I'm not going to give out my personal information. I don't really intend the judgment to be on any of you, but more just for my own safety. And I'm sure many other YouTubers my size can attest to that. Even with a channel at only about 13,000 subs, that you would really get people trying to contact you like that, but it actually really does happen. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, I'll be doing a gear vlog here. I'm not really sure how soon. But, oh wow, that's a neat looking old graveyard there with some personal single person or family mausoleums, which are kind of interesting. But yes, to answer that question again, I will be doing an equipment vlog. I will be doing it here in the future. I'm hopefully going to do one in the near future. And then I'll probably do one again when I upgrade some of my equipment. But there's lots of things that I take on the road with me, and so yeah, it would make a great episode to kind of share all of that with you, and give you guys kind of an idea of a good starter kit for going out, and it really would work for even non-abandoned things. It's more just for adventure travel in general. And where am I heading? I'm actually going back to the command center as we speak. Part of the reason I'm heading home and it's still light out, one of the reasons is because most of my batteries are dead. And then the other reason, okay, Paige, I'll see you here in a second. But the other reason is my feet are actually soaking wet. The battery was dying when I was filming the waterfall location, my final battery for the G7X, and I ended up just deciding to wade into the water. The resolution is low because I'm trying to broadcast it over really crappy Midwestern cell towers, and it's probably lowering the quality. However, the phone is taking the video at 1080p, so I think that there's much that I can do about it at the moment, unfortunately. However, I'm trying to broadcast it. It should get better when we're in areas where the signal's decent. However, a lot of these areas are just not going to be that great. I mean, it's possible it could be on your device. I would say it's unlikely at this point just because of how I'm doing this. I would assume that it's my deal and not the device that you're using to watch it. However, there's always a possibility, but I really think just based on me, or based on what I'm doing right now, it's probably me. Hi, Agnes. I'm kind of surprised going into this little small town that it's not maybe getting a little bit better. I was really good at them. Actually, I did several. Good to see you here. Yeah, I really need a better mount. That guy really hit his brakes quickly. This is the bad thing about traveling through areas like this in the Midwest. Holy crap, this house looks creepy. Look at this. And then the tree. Wow. But anyway, going through areas like this in the Midwest, like, I've been attempting this whole time to stay on the highway. The highway just disappears on you, especially when you're not paying as close attention like I am. But I guess it'll be good for the stream, and it'll definitely make it a little bit longer. Okay. It's crazy the speed limits on some of these roads. It's 30 miles per hour and it's a 4-lane highway. Like, seems slightly slow to me. I don't know. Currently I'm heading towards the command center. It is officially editing time. What is considered the Midwest? I think it's you know, I would assume it's like Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois. I'm not sure exactly what every state or what all the states are in the Midwest, but I guess east of the Mississippi and west of Pennsylvania, maybe. But I'm sure there's different definitions. Yeah, Missouri is definitely considered part of it, I believe. Not sure what this is. It's like an obstacle course. Maybe that's where they go to train for the American, was it American Ninja Warrior or whatever? No, definitely not a lot of mountains over here. They were all taken care of by the glaciers during the Ice Age. So no more mountains for us. Southern Indiana definitely gets very hilly. And then after that, you start running into the mountains. But nothing around here, just flat land. Well, mostly flat, you know. I've definitely taken you guys to areas before in the Midwest and specifically in Indiana that are really hilly. If you've ever seen the episode I did about the urban legend surrounding this supposed witch whose house was burnt down, that's actually in Indiana too. And you find pockets of hilly, sort of mountainous terrain, but it's mostly flat. Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Tons of lakes. I could probably hit at least 100 within 2 hours of where I live. So, absolutely. think the Midwest probably has more shoreline than actually the coast. Yeah, I come to Tennessee quite a bit. I'll be there later this year for my grandma's 90th birthday. Actually, right on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee, where I went to film. So I will be back in Tennessee here soon. Right now it's in the upper 40s. It actually snowed last night. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be filming if I go back down. Well, actually, when I go back down to Kentucky and Tennessee this year. So yeah, I'll be bringing all the cameras with me. Got plenty of plans. Hello, Ian. Yes, and she is doing excellent. Yeah, it's cold, but it's warmer than it has been. I've been to Lansing quite a few times. I had a friend that moved to Lansing, and also had a friend that I think they went to college near Lansing. But yeah, I'm through Michigan all the time. I love Michigan. Hoping to make it up to the Upper Peninsula sometime later this year. There's some great locations up there that I'd like to do, and then I'd love to go over into Canada. I've been meaning to, hey Rhonda, but I've been meaning to hook up with my other urban exploration friend, which is Urbex Carlo, a great guy from Canada, I believe in the Toronto area. And so I'm hoping to do that. And also hoping to make it out sometime to California and in Nevada. Yeah, it's a really neat area. I actually used to have an uncle that lived, I don't know exactly what the distance it is from Lansing, but he lived in this amazing lake, or on this amazing lake called Houghton Lake, and one of the biggest lakes in Michigan other than the Great Lakes. What area? I've always lived in the same area. I've never really moved since I was a kid, so okay, I've heard of Ashley. I think I've actually been to Ashley. I don't remember why. But I want to say about 10 years ago with my car club, I went to Ashley. It might have been when we went for a party at one of my buddy's houses up there. His parents had a house up there, near there at a lake, I believe. I don't think this guy's actually turning. I think he's just kind of left his turn signal on. I was going to try and get around him, but I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of holding it next to my head right now, so I glance over every once in a while to see if there's any comments on the screen. So I might end up missing some, but yeah, I'm trying to be safe here on the road, and I'm definitely not paying as much attention as I could to the chat. Yes, Jan, I was in a car club. Well, actually, I was the founder of the car club. Man, we might have to start taking bets on how long this guy's going to leave his turn signal on. We were open to pretty much anything. It was an open-ended car club, a lot of imports, but there were a few classic cars. I don't remember what everybody had. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. car clubs are a really great pastime. They can get out of hand if you don't watch it, but I recommend them. Thank you, Jan. I guess it kind of worked out all right that we took all those extra turns. Stowe, Ohio, that sounds familiar. Tell you the truth, I've never been a Camaro or Trans Am fan. I'm not that big of an American car fan, to be perfectly honest. Yes, I have been as far south as Georgia. I've been down to Florida before, driven through Georgia in a snowstorm. I've been to Akron as well. I think those people just definitely saw us over here live streaming. Not a problem, but it's kind of funny. Oh, look at that house. That's a really cool Spanish style architecture over there. That's really neat. I'm gonna put you down just for a second, like 5 seconds here. Alright, sorry. I didn't want people staring in my car at the camera. Pruden, Tennessee. I don't know exactly where that is. I'll be in the northeastern section of Tennessee when I'm down there. Yeah, it might be a mixture of the autofocus as well as the movement. It actually is more difficult to stream a moving photo or a video like this when you're moving so fast. So it's gonna naturally be a little bit more blurry than it could be. Plus, again, I'm hand holding and just trying to pay attention to the road. So next time I'm going to be doing it from an actual car mount. I just forgot it. I freaked out for a second because I forgot I had my GoPro out there and I wanted to make sure it wasn't gone, but still safe, still holding on. It is currently filming us. So this will actually be in time lapse that you guys can watch on some of the back or behind the scenes action tomorrow on my story. I'm loving the live streams. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm not enjoying the handheld driving experience as much. However, I do really enjoy the live aspect of things. It's really a completely different animal altogether, and I think you have to approach it in a completely different way. But I think it's equally as fun as a lot of the other types of content. Yeah, I'm quite positive I'm getting terrible reception right now. Knoxville? Yes, many times. I love Knoxville. Actually, I was there. Yeah, I will be doing some exploring in Tennessee. But I was there in Knoxville. Oh, it's been a while. I'd say about 12 years ago I was in Knoxville the last time, and when my friend was at the hospital there getting some surgery. But absolutely incredible city. Spent a decent amount of time there, eating a lot of great food there. And I'll be close to Knoxville when I go down to Tennessee this year. I don't know if I'm going to stop by Knoxville or not, but I will definitely try. But my family all lives in small towns. Yeah, I'm not sure how far my grandmother lives from there. She lives outside of La Follette, Tennessee, if that sounds familiar. But I know it's within about an hour to an hour and a half of Knoxville. I'm not really positive, though, of the exact location. It's quite the trip when we get down there. Quite a lot of back roads. But she lives on one of those big valley lakes that kind of cuts its way in between the mountains, so it's really, really hard to get there. Yes, near the Virginia border. Yeah. Garfield. I will be doing exploring in Tennessee. I don't know exactly where, what the locations are going to be. Jacksboro sounds familiar, but I will be doing a lot of filming when I'm down there, including some more filming in Kentucky with the coal mine locations and things like that. Headed back to the command center at the moment. My battery's actually getting a little low, so I'm gonna try and plug it in here in just a second. I apologize though if it has been acting slightly strange on me when I try to charge in the car recently. I think the adapter might be a little bit too much power, a little bit too much amperage for the iPhone, which I think prefers 1 amp instead of 2. Okay, so it's about an hour. Okay, so yeah, I'll be fairly close to your area when I'm down there. Although I'm not sure exactly where my grandma's party is going to be. We usually do like a surprise party for her. Fried green tomato. Oh yeah, I've had fried green tomatoes. My dad makes homemade cornbread all the time, as well as pinto beans. I'll be down there probably for about a week when I go to Tennessee. Cindy taking off. Bye, Cindy. Big fan of the Smoky Mountains. So I go down to Tennessee. Well, I haven't been there a lot in the last 10 years, but like my grandma will be 90. But I love the Smoky Mountains. I spent a lot of time. I've been to Dollywood quite a few times. And I love that area down there. Pigeon Forge is just absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite areas to visit down there. And so I'll be spending a decent amount of time there. And aside from just going there for my grandma's birthday, I will also be going there specifically for filming certain locations. So it's not going to be only a family event. We're starting to get back into civilization here. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower the camera just for a moment here. I do apologize. Okay, we kind of just passed by a state trooper. I don't know exactly if they would like this or not, so I kind of put the camera down just for a minute. I'm not trying to do anything unsafe here. However, I'm also not trying to get a ticket either. I watch lots of exploring content when I can. I haven't been watching too much recently, but when I do, I watch a lot of the main people. But probably my favorite is Adam the Woo. I really love Adam. I also watch Sorry, I gotta put it down again. Just a second. Okay, we're good for a moment, I think. But I've watched Adam the Woo. I've watched a lot of Exploring with Josh, Exploring with Cody, but I would still say probably my utmost famous, or not famous, a favorite, excuse me, explorer out there is Adam. I think he does the most creative job, and I just love his personality. And yeah, but other than that, though, I watch most of them. So if they're a popular explorer, I've definitely seen them. I mean, I've watched Dan Bell, like all the Exploring Withs, you know, whether it's Cody, Steve, Josh, you know, I watch absolutely everybody. I've even watched their friend Danny on occasion. But yeah, there's lots of great content out there. Yeah, my car's looking fine for right now. I took care of the problem. It was just the tire pressure sending some funky numbers to the computer when it came to like my gas mileage or something. And so nothing really big, just a really minor issue. And about 2 days after I filled all my tires up, it just disappeared on its own. I didn't even have to reset the computer, so I was really, really happy about that. Pretty cool looking sunset though. I was kind of hoping to be able to leave out at this time anyway, even though I really wanted to do more exploring. I still wanted to kind of live stream during the sunset, and I was afraid that I was going to film up until it got dark, and then I was going to have no light. Am I going to get an SUV? No. It probably would be a really great idea. If I were going to like a spare car, I'll probably get an SUV, but I'm just a car guy. I like lower vehicles. I like vehicles that are close to the ground. And in fact, I already have a vehicle in mind that I'm going to upgrade to later on. And it's actually interesting. But it's an open air vehicle that I'm going to be upgrading to, and hopefully kind of keep back up. No, it is not an import. You guys can look it up. It's called I don't know what the name of the car company is called, but it's actually called a T-Rex. It's a 3-wheel vehicle. Absolutely amazing. Hoping to get one here soon and take it around the country. Gets great gas mileage. I'm not much into the classic cars, to be honest. I love going to the shows, and I love looking at them. A decent amount of my family have had them. I've definitely been around a lot of people who work on the classics, and I have a great respect for them. However, driving one myself is just not my thing. I love the imports, I love the newer cars, and I love anything unusual. So you'll probably never see me get anything that has a really huge name brand on it, including when I get a car. I'm pretty much looking to get the most unusual, off-the-wall, crazy thing that I've ever seen, and that's generally the way I do things. No, probably not a Lexus. T-Rexes, there's a few nice ones that I've really loved. But no, definitely the next car that I get will be the T-Rex, though. It is considered a reverse trike. It's a three-wheeled sort of a mix between a car and a motorcycle. I think it's the perfect vehicle for me to use for what I'm intending to do. And I like motorcycles, but I like the stability of a car, and I like the features of a car, like the storage, and so the T-Rex sort of marries all of those qualities into one really amazing vehicle, which is incredibly fast, low to the ground, looks a lot like a motorcycle, and has the storage capacity of a small car. So I'll probably end up doing that instead. I kind of thought that was a cop for a minute. Terrible in the rain. I love Harleys, but I would never drive one. I've had a few friends that have had some really nice Harleys. Great respect for them as well. Yeah, actually Honda makes some interesting bikes. They're actually one of the most popular alternatives to Harleys. Is things like the Honda Shadows. I hope it's been fun. Alright. Sorry about that. That. It just depends on the day. Sometimes I go overnight, sometimes I'm gone for a week, and sometimes I'm just gone for the day. It's just kind of been more accidental than anything that I've been doing, mostly close locations. For whatever reason, the bigger trips recently have just been falling apart. What type of music am I into? I've been a musician since I was about 5, so I mean I love absolutely everything. Always been a huge fan of punk rock, but I've also had an ongoing love affair with jazz and blues, and I love folk music. There's a lot of great folk music out there. I mean, anything. I mean, if it sounds good, I love it. Like, I won't discount any type of music. I think there's an alternative scene to absolutely every type of music, including pop, and I think that the alternative scene sort of defines my love of music, whether it's alternative hip-hop, alternative pop, alternative rock and roll, or whatever it may be. Alright, I gotta put it down for just one more second. Alright, sorry if I missed anybody there. Again, I kind of thought I had somebody tailing me there. Not like a stalker. Just what we talked about before. I actually do like bluegrass. I have never, not that I hate country, but I've never been the biggest country fan. But I've always had this sort of warm spot in my heart for bluegrass music. and I love banjos and all the instruments that go into bluegrass. I am looking to try and play the guitar here soon. I know that I've been plugging it now forever, and I still haven't picked it up and played it. But do some rap as well, yeah, definitely. I like a lot of people on the Strange Music label, which is an independent hip-hop label. I don't listen a whole lot to mainstream anything, but occasionally I'll listen to mainstream rap as well as pop. But generally a rock guy, but I go absolutely everywhere. Oh yeah, for sure, lots of oldies. I grew up listening to oldies. Grew up on the Beatles. Love Queen. One of my favorite groups too. Yeah, rap's not for everybody. But you know, I just more power to everybody. I don't really hate any type of music. Yeah, Freddie Mercury, you know, rest in peace, was an amazing person. Yeah, Queen was, I mean, just a staple of everything music. I mean, Queen crossed every border, you know, especially back in a time when, back in a time when a lot of people considered the rock scene to still be kind of that, you know, if you listen to rock music and you had tattoos, you were an outlaw, and I would love that. That's very lucky. I wish I could have seen Queen in person. But yeah, and I've photographed a few classic acts. I've photographed Twisted Sister before. I've photographed Ted Nugent before. I'm in my 30s, but yeah, some interesting people. I've got to meet Ted Nugent before backstage. That was an interesting time. And so yeah, I love classic rock and lots of oldies. Big fan of the old kind of a surf sound back in the day, you know. The name Edward Sharpe rings a bell. I'm not sure about the others. Def Leppard, that'd be a good one. I've never had the chance to meet or photograph Def Leppard. That would be a really cool one. I have out, I'm trying to think, man, I can't think of some of the other classic rock bands that I've actually met. A Ford, yeah, it's a Focus. I don't like it, but well, it's okay. It's a great car, but from someone that used to be in a car club, it's not a fun car. But I love it for what it's able to do for the channels. It gets me amazing gas mileage and gets me so many places. But all right. Be careful here for just a moment. I'll take it easy, man. Appreciate you coming by. I feel like half these people that I'm passing by just think that I'm having a conversation on the cell phone, and that this is what society has come to. Oh, we got something happen here. Might be witnessing a wreck up here. Oh wow. Oh no. It's not my way. also noticed that the sirens have changed over the years. They're a lot more obnoxious and a lot louder now. It's probably a good thing. I'm not really complaining about it because obviously people need to know that they're coming. But, and police lights. I don't know if anybody of you have really noticed the change over the last few decades in the way that police lights work, but it's like every inch of a police car now somehow flashes red or blue in the United States. Like, there is literally like no place that doesn't light up. Wow, we've actually almost been streaming a whole hour here. Yeah, hopefully no one was hurt. Although I didn't pass any wrecks when I was getting off the highway. 10% battery. Yeah. Well, we might make it another 5 here, and then I'm actually gonna be coming close to the command center here pretty soon. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream. But definitely a beautiful day out. I'm loving this sunset. I kind of wish I could stick the camera outside of the car, which we'll get those shots anyway, just because the GoPro is out there already. But I kind of wish I could stick it out now, but I can't, because if I do, then you guys will just get that horrible wind hiss for the next oh wow, turning on this road, and there's even more of the police or emergency crew. Okay, that's the fire chief. So definitely it looks like a fire. If the fire truck goes first and there's no fire chief behind, that usually indicates that it was a medical emergency, because at least in the United States, all of the fire trucks are equipped as emergency medical as well. So they're all trained to be EMTs. So a lot of times they'll send out the fire trucks first. Guy just decided to suddenly hit the brakes for no reason. Did I leave the iron on? Like, to close? No, no. Oh, for the fire, yeah. Yeah. I haven't used an iron in years. I wonder how loud it'll be if I roll down the window here. But, you see how incredible the sunset looks actually with the windows down. Firefighters are amazing people, I tell you what. That takes a lot of bravery to run the opposite way into a fire to get everybody else out. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, Debbie. That's a lot of bravery. Yeah, absolutely. Those are definitely people that are dedicated to the lives of others, and that's something really incredible and really commendable too. It takes a lot of character to put your own lives above the lives of other people. Yeah, apologize again. I know the footage is just a little bit shaky today and a little bit blurry. Got caught in a backseat. Oh wow, I'm glad everything's okay. Those stitches definitely suck though. But our next live stream from the car should be a little bit better. I'm gonna be setting up the phone mount, well, a new phone mount, and yeah, we'll be doing it that way, and it should be a little bit easier for me to catch a lot of your guys' comments. And I know I've probably missed a few of you guys trying to pay attention to the road here, so I apologize. But still a lot of fun though. I thought it was kind of cool, and definitely a really unique area of the country. But yeah, now I can't really wait until I can show you guys this or the several episodes that I filmed today. Thank you, Susie. But yeah, I guess I think we're near one of these parks. I might be able to stop by one of these parks really quick where the flooding was taking place, just to show you how the flood has receded a bit in the last month or well, a few weeks, I guess. And this area would have all been underwater. Oh, yeah, we're actually coming up to the park. Hold on. I don't think I can stay at the park, but I will show you it really quick here. But yeah, this is the park here where I had filmed, and it was completely underwater up to the road. And you can see the pavilion that was in the video, and I guess I can't completely flip around, but I'm gonna have to turn around anyway. But yeah, that was about 6 feet underwater. I've never been attacked, but I've run into a lot of raccoons. Actually, for some reason, I only seem to run into baby raccoons. It's usually just a little cute baby raccoon that pops out of a pile of old clothing or box, and yeah. Never had bats on Explorers. I've had a few encounters with them over the years at family members' houses. I need gas. I guess I am getting kind of close. Actually, I could probably make it another 100 miles on a quarter tank, honestly. Like, this thing gets amazing gas mileage. I can't even explain it. Like, I think I get like at least 35 miles a gallon. Like, it's incredible. So, like, yeah, I could probably drive this. Right now it is currently just turned 8 o'clock, yeah. We're in Eastern Standard Time right now. I don't know if you can see her. Oh, no, you can't. I was gonna say, yeah, like, my boots were so soaked. I'm completely just driving in my socks right now. And even those are soaked. I should have just driven barefoot. But I guess that's technically in Indiana, it's illegal to drive barefoot. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the same in other places, but you can actually get a ticket for it. There's some very, very strange Midwestern laws. thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great walk with your dog. Yeah, I don't know why, but I always liked driving barefoot. I was kind of perturbed when I heard that it was potentially illegal, and I'm not sure why. Oh, that was lucky. With flip-flops. Yeah, it's been a while since I've driven with flip-flops. Into the paranormal. I've done ghost hunting in the past, but not on the 539 Productions channel. I've been trying to get a hold of some of the people in my car club, or that were in my car club before it kind of fell apart, but we had a lot of ghost hunting videos from back in the day, and I would love to actually be able to digitize those and upload those for you, because lots of crazy stuff happened. But I don't mind it. I'm more of an adventure travel type of guy than I am a paranormal. But I do every once in a while enjoy dabbling in that type of thing. Yeah, I've heard of that. A lot of people, I guess, believe in a ghost as sort of not an actual spirit, but a residual energy that's left behind. There's lots of good caves around here. I've done some years ago. I'm going to be doing some more soon, but yeah, I've been wanting to do some professional caves. Well, I mean, I've done professional caving in the past, but I've wanted to actually do it for 539 Productions and make a whole, well, more than one episode. I've got a few locations in mind here, hopefully, that we'll be doing this year, in fact. One of them I actually need to find again. I'm not even sure what the name of the cave is that I went to, but it was probably one of the hardest I've ever done, at about a half mile of tunnel that was about, I want to say about 13 inches high, maybe. You were pretty much crawling on your belly. Yeah, the signal's probably getting bad out here. But I'm going to be getting closer to another town here shortly, so it should maybe hopefully get better. But this is a strange area. I think there are some like military style preppers around here. I've found some I've never been in a coal mine. No, my family has. My family worked in the coal mines. I might be doing a coal mine when I go go back down to the Kentucky and Tennessee area. Switch this camera around here. Alright, wow. It looks even worse on this camera. But it's about dark here. I'm gonna call it for right now. I don't know if I'm gonna go on later or if I'm just going to upload the behind the scenes video from today. But if I have time later tonight, I'll pop on and do another live stream from the command center. For right now, though, it's getting so dark and grainy, I'm gonna call it. And thank you guys all for watching and coming home with me. I've appreciated having all the company on my ride back to the command center, and can't wait to share today's finds with you. Amazing stuff. The ghost town was just incredible. I really can't wait to show you guys. If you guys go back, and I encourage you to do this, to go back and look at the ghost town I did, I think, like I said, around September of last year. And it's the same place, but I actually was able to find everything this time, and it wasn't completely underwater like it was last time. So it kind of tells you how cool of an episode it's going to be. I really had a lot of fun doing it. I walked quite a few miles today getting to all these places. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, had a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will be doing this again. However, I will make sure that it's better next time, and I actually have a functional car mount for the phone so that it's nice and stable. I can't promise that the cell phone signal is always going to be amazing out here on the road, especially with the type of locations that you guys know I get. Obviously, being out in the middle of the boondocks, it can have a really serious effect on the signal, which really has a serious effect on the stream. So but we'll figure it all out and get it done here shortly. So I will see you all either in the next episode or later on tonight in the next live stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Bye.